Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. Nigerians generally have been condemning and begging as well the government of the day to please do something very quickly about the issue of insecurity. It's a trend in Nigeria that the common man bear the brunt of insecurity. They get the down part, the negative part of insecurity, and it's really biting at well. It looks as if just maybe if the elites are feeling the heat just a little, there may be hope in insecurity being turned around in Nigeria after all. But before we go into the news proper and further analysis, we would like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, it looks as if the insecurity is beginning to hit the political elite, as some of them escaped gunshot by bandits. Yes, it's amazing, right? It's surprising, but it's happening. It's really happening, as unknown gunmen on Saturday, I'm talking about just yesterday, stormed Banigo Isili Ogonu community in Bonny local government area of Rivers State, shot periodically, and abducted several persons in a gory operation. Some of the abducted victims identified as Sonny Hart, Thomas Allison, and Theophilus Ibiama, among several others. Chairman of Bonny Local Government Council David Irimaga and lawmaker representing Bonny constituency in the Rivers State House of Assembly Abenye Blessing Pepple escaped being killed in the attack. That's quite very serious. The incident happened during a funeral at Finiaberi Ama Banigo Isili Ogonu community in Bonny local government area of the state. While the local government area chairman and the state lawmaker escaped, the leader of the Bonny local government legislative assembly, Miriam Hart, who was among the guests, was very unlucky. Miriam Hart, it was gathered, was hit by bullets and now battling for her life at an undisclosed hospital after sustaining gunshot injuries. Eyewitness said that Pepple, Irimaga, and Hart were among guests who were in the community to attend the funeral of late Kenneth Kalada Banigo when the gunmen who were masked struck. The lawmaker, local government chairman, together with other guests, tried to get to the waterfront to board their boat and escape. The government later abducted a number of persons and took them away into the nearby creeks. The matter has been reported to security agencies, the eyewitness said. Kingsley Jumbo, Special Assistant on Media and Publicity to Pepple, in a statement said the Rivers State lawmaker representing Bonny constituency, Honorable Abiye Blessing Pepple, and the executive chairman of Bonny local government, Honorable David Rogers Irimiga, earlier today escaped being abducted by masked gunmen. The unfortunate incident happened at Finiaberi Ama Amodua village in Banigo Ishilegono, where they attended the burial ceremony of an elder statesman in Borno Kingdom, late Amafisunubo Kenneth Miebaradima Kalada Banigo, when masked gunmen arrived and began shooting sporadically from the jetty. The Rivers State Police Command is here to react to this development. Now, this is where we are in this country. As we speak, I think Nigeria today is ranking number 3 in the terrorist countries index, global terrorist index, and this is very, very sad. How we got to this level, honestly, I do not know, but it's not surprising. You can imagine the level of insecurity. You know, in Nigeria, it's in Nigeria today that kidnapping and banditry is now a full-blown job. Before now, it was frowned out. Before now, if you even say you have stolen money, the society will chastise you. The society will condemn you. They will excommunicate you, such that it's better to work honorably and make your legitimate money than making so much money and at the end of the day you have no respect or dignity. But as we speak right now, it's the opposite that is the case. People celebrate. We celebrate bigotry. We celebrate corruption. We celebrate criminals. Sometimes we body shame and make those who do honest hustle, we make them feel so terrible. Sometimes we equate success with monetary gains, not necessarily how you get it, but the amount you're worth. And that has made a lot of young men and women to go all out to get whatever is required to get this sort of recognition in the society. Can you imagine? Now the adopters, I'm talking about the kidnappers and the criminal elements, are now beginning to target the big boys. If you kidnap a small man, a man who has no job, you can imagine a kidnapping an undergraduate or a graduate who has no job. Probably does not even know how to feed. How much more? So how much are you going to get for as ransom? Now they're becoming very daring, regardless of the security details that these politicians now carry. The elite, that's the rich political elite, and also the rich generally in the society. These daredevils they're no longer getting scared. They're willing to risk their lives. Some of them even go with jazz, some sort of spiritual coverage, so that they can't be seen or caught. So that by the time they get these guys, they know how much you put on ransom or as ransom on their head. Now, have you seen the level of insecurity when the youth are no longer engaged? Even there's the general saying that an idle man is the devil's workshop. When they're idle, there are no jobs. These guys are hungry. Look at it. Can you imagine what is happening right now? Foodstuffs have skyrocketed. There is no constant supply of electricity. There's high taxation. There's even hike in petroleum products, and there are no jobs. How will these young guys feed? They will resort to crime. It has started. Some of them have decided, since you have decided to siphon generational monies into the pocket of a few. You have decided to steal monies meant for the development of the country into the hands of a few. These young men have decided also to take the laws into their hand and do whatever is needed for them to also get their own portion of their own money. And this is getting very sad. It's getting worrisome. A time will come, if something is not, you can imagine, we are looking at from one corner, we are looking at Boko Haram, we are looking at Fulani herdsmen. Some of them have become, a thorn in the neck, a thorn in our skin, in our necks, and it's getting out of hand. And also the fact that other ones are springing up, some are already getting disgruntled, and it's not helping matters after all. There's some small elements here and there who take this kidnapping as a way of life, as a job, full-blown job. That's how they survive. That's how they feed. They don't care anymore. They don't even care what the society says about them. And this is where we are heading to. And if nothing is done, if the security chiefs and the security personnel do not sit tight and sit up, I'm afraid it's even the political elite that should even get worried the most, because they're the one that have the most money. They're the one that everybody, the whole Nigerians, know that the political elite are very rich. So it's as if it's a case of it's as if they already know that if we get these ones, we are sure of money. So every hand should be on deck to ensure that security issues are trashed once and for all. We should ensure that there's security everywhere. Security is everybody's business. Don't make it look as if it's the poor man's business to make sure that Nigeria is secured. When the poor man cries for insecurity, please listen. Because by the time they're done with the poor man, they will go for the rich. And it has started. Imagine how these political elites are running, scrambling for their lives. I can just imagine them trying to run into the boat when government came around. Just imagine something that you can easily walk in and go out if there's works everywhere, if youth are working, if society is functioning the way it ought to function. What would make any young man to resort to kidnapping and stealing? Even this, in the sight of God and in the sight of man and in the sight of a sane society, is terrible. But it's encouraged in this country, not because it is actually they verbally encourage it, but by virtue of nonchalant attitude towards these issues have made it an encouraged venture. Let's quickly feel the pulse of Nigeria. Don't just take one or two over this matter. Trust Nigerians, they have reacted over this. This one here is saying there's no cause for alarm. It is just their boys that is visiting them. Can you imagine? You can just imagine what this one is saying. That they were crying over that there's no issue. It's just their own boys to visiting them. This is serious, taking their own share of their own bargain. This is very serious. This one here is saying, that is what you see in a country where the only lucrative business is to be in an elective office. Worse still, the only vibrant industry is creation of security outfit and units, all of which is geared towards extorting motorists. This one here is saying, United Nations, what are you waiting for? Come and dissolve Nigeria and save innocent lives. Let's just say, honestly, if we continue this way, please, oh God should just help us as a nation. We really need his help. And every hand should be on deck to solve this issue of insecurity once and for all. It could be anybody next. We need to, all hands need to be on decks. Now that the politicians are beginning to feel the ball, I hope and I pray that they will honestly start working genuinely towards this issue of insecurity once and for all, so that Nigeria will be restored back to its lost glory. But as we will wrap it up, because a whole lot of persons have started talking, but we'll wrap it up here. Let's meet in our comment section. What's your take on this? Let's just quickly take this one. This one here said they are started small. This is the third case I'm hearing. It says even now it's no more one. This is the third case some people are already hearing. Let's put in our comment section. What's your take on this current trend where bandits and armed guys are now targeting our political elites and our rich, the very rich,